In this video, I'm going to show you different ways you can watch movies. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that each add-on you can use to watch movies will also be good for watching any type of television show. So think of each one of these apps as where you would go to watch anything you would find on Netflix, Hulu, Redbox, On Demand, and even things that you would find in movie theaters. And you'll also get access to shows and series that are exclusive to different providers, such as Netflix exclusives or Amazon exclusives. I always tell people that if you have satellite or cable and that goes down, then you don't have access to any program. Well, with your device, I want you to think of each add-on as if you had access to multiple cable providers. If an add-on like Genesis is being updated and it's not functioning currently, then rather than being without a provider, you could just go to someone else. You can't do that on cable. If your cable's out, then it's out. Now, these screen covers you see here at the top all come from the Genesis add-on. They're all shortcuts to Genesis. So if Genesis is having an issue, such as it being down due to being updated, then none of these will work. So if you see a movie up here that you want to watch and it's not working through Genesis, try another movie add-on. And at the end of this video, I'll show you some other add-ons that you could use for movie and television. But the way it works is you select the movie, and what it'll do is you'll see this screen here, and then it'll bring up this list. Now, this list is a list of different sources of the content. You'll see HQ, which stands for high quality, MQ or LQ, which stand for medium and low quality, and SD or SQ, which stands for standard definition or standard quality. And depending on your internet speed, you might not want a high quality link, because the higher the quality, the bigger the file, and the more data it is. And if your internet is not fast enough, then it might not load. You might get an error. If you look in the lower right, you'll see the box that says working and the circle spinning. That means it's connected with the server and it's trying to pull the stream. And my internet is extremely slow today, so I should have tried a low quality link. But you see it didn't play. So I could try another source. But most likely I'll go back and try a medium quality. Because it's moving extremely slow. You can see it's working again in the lower right corner. Yeah, I can see by how long it's taking that it's struggling to pull the stream up, so I'm going to try a medium quality link. And there it goes. It actually looks a lot better on the screen than it does in this video because I'm filming a screen with another camera, so it might not look that good to you, but it's actually coming in clear. It's a clear, good copy. And as you can see, it took me a while to get it to play. I tried the two high quality links and it wouldn't work. I went to medium quality and it played. Now I'm going to try this 1080p section is a shortcut to one of the applications that is in Phoenix. And everything works the same. You're presented with a list. It gives you a list of movies or TV shows, and then you select it, and you'll either be presented with a list of different link sources, or you'll be presented with something like this that gives you a choice of quality, and you select the quality, and it's working. I'm really surprised it launched because 720 is still high quality for the internet that I have. You can see at the top it's buffering. And within this particular app, this is only for movies that are all in high quality, so you might not see a lot of the newer things on this list if it hasn't already come out in high quality. This one is Movie Hut. Never have I ever used this one before. I can see they have the new release section and then the different categories here. This is still in some theaters. I'm not really familiar with this one, but I'm sure it works just like all the other ones. I'm just going to show you the ones that I use. And actually, I don't like these shortcut sections. And I'm going to show you why. There's this classic movie section that I have highlighted, which is one of my favorite ones on the device. Now, it pulls this content from an app called UK Turks Playlist, and as you open it up, you'll see they have these lists of pre-made categories of movies. For example, if you like Western movies, you select it, and then you get a list of different Westerns that go from the 30s all the way to current times. And the reason I don't like using shortcuts is because it only takes you to a certain section within an add-on. So you just saw a list of different westerns you can watch, and then there's also this Western channel, which is a channel that's on 24 hours a day, and all they show is different types of westerns. But going back to the list of classic movies, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a bonus section. Classic bonus collection, which are all new movies. For example, you see the Chirac and the Revenant, Concussion. Now, all these are new movies. And just so you'll see that they play, I'm going to select one. This is the movie Creed. And of course it's buffering since I have poor internet. But it's actually a good quality. It's crystal clear. And this is while it's in theaters. So this classic TV app is a good one for watching classic movies as well as new movies. A lot of people get thrown off by the name classic, and they don't use that app because they think classic means that everything's going to be old. And as you can see, there's a lot of new stuff here. So I've shown you Genesis, classic movies from UK Turks, and Movie Hut. But what I like to do is go from here to the main add-on page. This is where I prefer to watch. This is where I prefer to access all my apps, because if you go to those sections, like the movie section I was just in, they give you these shortcuts, and each shortcut only takes you to a certain section of the app, which means that you'll be missing out on a lot of content. For example, when I went to that UK Turks, which is this app here, they only took me to this classic movie section, and as you can see, you could use this to watch live TV, you could watch sports, you could watch concerts, you could watch stand-up comedy. They even have one of my favorite ones, which is this World CCTV, and that's just live cameras all around the world. For example, they might have a camera in the ocean that's filming sharks, or you might put on a stream and you'll be inside of a nightclub somewhere watching content. So keep in mind that if you use those shortcuts that you see on the home screen, it makes things a lot easier, but it also makes you miss out on a lot of content. For example, if you go to Genesis, through a shortcut, you won't see all these other categories. Even within the movie category of Genesis, you see they have different categories once you launch it, and if you use one of the shortcuts, it's not going to show you all this. The shortcut might link to this in theater section, and that means you're not going to see all these other categories. And also, if you deal with those shortcuts, you don't get the search function. You just get the movies that they choose to show you. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, I'm going to start at the top and show you different add-ons you can use to watch movies. This one channel is one of my favorite ones. It's not a pretty interface compared to Genesis and other apps, but you'll get a lot of content that you might not find in other movie and TV show apps. And I'm waiting for this message to count down and disappear. It comes up the first time you launch it. But as you can see, it's pretty simple. And once you launch it, it's self-explanatory on how to use it. You can either search or use the predefined categories. And each app functions similarly to how this one functions. You open it up, they show you different lists and categories. You select the category and then the movie you want to watch. They also have the search function so that you can search for a movie or an actor. If you search for an actor, it'll show you all the movies he's been in or she's been in. If you search for a movie, such as if you type in Star Wars, and then it'll show you every Star Wars movie. Okay, another good one is this Mutt Nuts Reloaded. That's good for movies. This Dexter TV has movies as well. It's Entertainment Hub. Ice Films is another really good one. Hulu Box, and you've already seen Genesis. This Movie Night, Movie Hut, and NaviX are really good ones. Oh, I forgot about Showbox, which is the one, the eyeball. This is one of my favorite ones. It's really good for movies and TV shows. And I think that's about it. There's actually some more, but these are the main ones. One thing I like about Showbox is they have this 7-day TV schedule. And when you select it, you see these dates here. What they do is, if you select it, it'll show you programming that came on that day. And as you can see, it's not connecting to the site. But I tried it again and it connected. And that's just a result of my internet issues. What it does is, if you select a day, it presents you with shows that came on that day, and then you could watch the show. Okay, so now I've given you some ideas of some different add-ons you can use to watch movies and television shows. Think of each one as having multiple instances of Netflix and Hulu and Crackle and any other service. If one doesn't work, or one doesn't have what you're looking for, just try one of the other ones. Don't just rely on one particular add-on, because I know a lot of people that do that. They only want to use Genesis, and if Genesis is down or if Genesis doesn't have what they're looking for, they assume that it's not available anywhere. But if they try something like Showbox or UK Turks, they might be surprised to find what they're looking for. So always keep in mind that you should use multiple add-ons, and remember, if you're using these shortcut sections, then you're going to be limited in regards to what you have access to.